Hello humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. That's right, the video game show that is not hosted by an annoying e-beggar. There is no Patreon, no super chats. That's right, we just talk about the games we love and how fun it is to hoard them. Collect them. Now, with that said, let's get ready for the show. On today's episode, this show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Should Japan be offended? Let me tell you, this Assassin's Creed, it's been quite the shit show. And let me tell you where I stand. Number one, I believe in the free market. If Ubisoft wants to make a shitty game with DEI and whatever the hell they want to put on it, and they want to burn their money, go right ahead. It's the free market, right? People that don't like DEI, that don't want the games ruined, right? And I would fall into that category. I would prefer the games not be ruined, but it's their company. It's their money. You can voice your opinion, but it's very different to say, don't make the game, stop making the game. You know, once they decided to do that, there's not a lot you can do. You're just yelling at the wind at that point, right? And it really is a good thing in a free market, because another competitor will see this and do the opposite if the game fails. If the game is a success, it's going to repeat itself. But all you have to do is not buy it. You can be sad about a franchise. You can be sad about, whatever it is that they took away from you, what you perceive to be taken away from you. But at the end of the day, the market will speak. And the market has been speaking when it comes to these games. They haven't been rewarded with success. You can only lose so much money. Now, the irony here that I find is the whole take on Japan being offended. Let me be clear. I'm all for artistic freedom, absolute artistic freedom. It doesn't matter who it offends, right? If it offends me, I have a right not to watch it. I have a right not to buy it, right? But this whole notion that a picture, a game, that art is going to devastate you emotionally to the point it scars you, that's when censorship starts. That's when religious people, for example, that are fervent about any particular religion will start banning books, banning arts, banning speech that they don't like based on religious beliefs, right? You can't go that route and still think that you're a free society when you're telling everybody else that you don't agree with to shut up. These things have to exist. And Japan should not feel offended out of all the countries, because this is one country that has repeatedly, over and over again, has provided us with some of the most egregious material when it comes to being offensive to minorities. Black people, most of all. I mean, you can go into Mexican, Latin, whatever it is. They just put out caricatures of what they think these minorities act like, what they do. And we enjoyed those games, right? I enjoyed Mario with with a Mirachi hat, whatever it was. I didn't sit there brokenhearted. And so did many other people throughout the years. Many great games have come out of Japan that have not been politically correct, that have been culturally insensitive, quote unquote. And those games have a right to exist. Could they produce them now? No. But they've offended millions of people. And the other one that gets me is that they're offended that a black man is killing Japanese people. Have these idiots forgotten about Resident Evil 5? I mean, come on. Couldn't it just be Payback? Right? Couldn't it be just one of these game developers remembers that and is like, wait a minute, you went to Africa and all the zombies were black? Good, but I mean, this is one of the games that was most called racist by a lot of people, and it was very, very insensitive by today's quote-unquote modern audiences. So when it comes to this, I don't think anybody in Japan can't talk. They don't have a leg to stand on when it comes to this shit. I find it hypocritical, even though, I agree with the sentiment that, none of this, politics or whatever should be injected into games. I think when you've been guilty of being completely on the other side of it and being so offensive and being so derogatory and being so stereotypical about minorities, you should be the last one opening your mouth, because you have a track record of decades, Japan, decades of being quote unquote culturally insensitive. So, do I agree with the general sentiment of the idea of being against, forced DEI and what have you? Yes. But do I think Japan should be out there up front saying, hey, we're offended? Absolutely fucking not. No fucking way. This is the most hypocritical take I've heard from Japanese gamers ever, because you put it out there. You dished it out plenty. And now that it's coming back to you, you can't take it. Now you're crying. I say you take this one on the chin, shut your fat mouths, play the game, don't play the game, hate the game, whatever you want. It's the same thing that everybody else did when you put all those shitty ass games out there with all those stereotypes, and we had to play them, and all we did is play them and laugh. Now you can play them or not play them, but the one thing you have to do is take it on the chin and shut your pie hole. Don't be hypocritical, Japan. I'm not with you on this one. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.
New videos every Monday and Sunday. Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, click that notification bell, and remember, never ever be afraid to be happy. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.